Boston Celtics injury update. Jaylen Brown uncertain. Derek White injured as list extends to 5 players for Pistons clash, October 26. The Boston Celtics are heading into their upcoming matchup against the Detroit Pistons with more than just game plans to worry about. Their injury report is raising serious concerns. What was supposed to be a fairly smooth start to the new season has quickly turned into a test of depth and resilience, as a list of injured players has now stretched to 5. With Jaylen Brown's availability up in the air and Derek White nursing an injury, Celtics fans are holding their breath ahead of tip-off. Let's break down the full situation, what it means for Boston's rotation, and how this could impact their early season momentum. Jaylen Brown's status in question. The biggest headline for Boston right now is the uncertainty surrounding Jaylen Brown. The all-star guard, who has been instrumental in the Celtics' offensive balance and defensive pressure, is currently listed as questionable for Saturday night's game. Reports indicate that Brown is dealing with some lingering tightness that has kept the coaching staff cautious. Given Brown's importance to both ends of the floor, Boston is understandably wary of risking further aggravation this early in the season. Joe Mazzulla and his staff are prioritizing long-term health, but fans are still anxious, especially after Brown's strong showing in the opener. If he sits out, the Celtics lose one of their most dynamic two-way players, and Jason Tatum may have to shoulder even more of the scoring load. Derek White joins the injury list. Adding to Boston's worries, Derek White has also landed on the injury report. The sharpshooting guard has been dealing with a minor knock that could sideline him for the Pistons game. White's absence would be a tough blow considering his defensive versatility and playmaking ability. White has quietly become one of Boston's most dependable players, capable of guarding multiple positions and running the offense when needed. If he can't shoot up, expect Peyton Pritchard to see extended minutes at the point, with possibly some rotation tweaks involving Sam Hauser or Archie Brissett to fill the gaps. 5 Celtics on the injury report. Jaylen Brown and Derek White are just 2 names on what's become a growing list. As of October 26, the Celtics have 5 players on their injury report, which includes a mix of rotational contributors and depth pieces. While not all are guaranteed to miss the game, it's a concerning trend this early in the campaign. Among those joining the list are Luke Kornet, who's battling a minor ankle issue, and Nehemiah Queta, who continues to recover from a lower body setback. Kornet's absence leaves Boston slightly thinner in the front court, which means Kristaps Porzingis and Al Horford may need to play heavier minutes. The 5th name on the list, J.D. Davison, is still managing a minor injury of his own and has been ruled out for precautionary reasons. Implications for the Celtics rotation. With several regulars either sidelined or questionable, Joe Mazzulla faces some difficult lineup decisions. Boston's starting 5 has been one of the best in the league when healthy, but the bench depth is now under the spotlight. Expect to see Pritchard, Hauser, and Brissett get more opportunities, while veteran Al Horford could be leaned on more heavily to anchor the defense. One potential silver lining is that the Pistons are also a young and developing team, which may give Boston a bit of breathing room if their stars aren't at full strength. However, no NBA game can be taken lightly, and the Celtics' ability to stay sharp without key contributors will be tested. Looking ahead, the Celtics are eyeing a deep postseason run, and early season injuries are never ideal. Still, it's worth remembering that this is a marathon, not a sprint. Jaylen Brown's situation doesn't appear to be long-term, and Derek White's issue is believed to be manageable. The key will be balancing rest with rhythm, keeping their core fresh without losing early season momentum. Fans will be watching closely as the team releases its final injury designations before tip-off. If Brown and White both sit, expect Jason Tatum and Kristaps Porzingis to take on even more offensive responsibility. Boston's medical staff and coaching team are being cautious, and rightly so. The Celtics have championship aspirations, and keeping their stars healthy is non-negotiable. Saturday's clash with the Pistons will be a true test of depth, and a reminder that even elite teams need everyone locked in, from the starters to the last man on the bench. Final thoughts. The Celtics' growing injury list might look concerning now, but the organization's careful approach could pay off later in the season. Whether Jaylen Brown and Derek White take the floor or not, this game will reveal a lot about Boston's resilience, depth, and readiness to compete, even when adversity strikes early.